I am now live on Discord with Saturn in the UK. It is 1:59 a.m. and he is all dressed up for me.
I
Wow, I
am
have never
indeed.
he's
There we
dressed
go.
in a three-piece suit looking good, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. I managed to get a suit since the last interview.
Where did you get this suit?
I got it from Slater's.
What is
Um,
Slater's?
it's a place where they do sort of tailoring and suits and that kind of thing.
Okay, so buddy, when was the last time we spoke on Discord? Or when did we actually do the interview?
Last time we did the interview, I'm pretty sure it was the 30th of August.
Okay, so September, October, November, so just under 3 months ago.
Yeah,
At the end of today, you're recording all of this, right?
that's a very good point. I need to click start recording. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, there we go.
Can't believe we missed all of that.
I completely forgot to click start recording, but it is live. But need to start recording just in case anything crashes or whatever.
So you are streaming this live where? On Twitch?
Yeah, on Twitch.
And how many people are in your room watching right now?
Right now there's four. Like 70% of my viewers are in the UK, which isn't preferable at 2 a.m. But there are some people who are rather sleep deprived who will be up to watch.
The main thing is that you will post this after the fact, right?
Yeah, yeah, it all gets posted afterwards.
You posted where? On your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, where else?
Well, yeah, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I put the VOD up on Twitch, and I'm gonna edit this one. I didn't get round to properly editing down the last interview to like a full length thing, but obviously shortened down for a proper YouTube video. But that will also go on my main YouTube channel. So
Are you Welsh?
I am indeed Welsh.
How can I tell?
Maybe it's the flag behind me.
Exactly. Pretty good, huh? A guy from Hong Kong knows that you're
Yeah,
Welsh, recognize the dragon.
yeah, yeah.
So what would you like to talk to me about today?
Well, as I'd planned in the first interview, it was mainly to just sort of understand you more and things that you've gone through and how you've built yourself up and everything like that, rather than just focusing on how well the business is going. Talk about
Hmm.
you as a person, really. And I've got a list of
Sure.
questions here. Not as many, but I feel like they can cause quite some conversation. Um,
Great.
so the first question that I have for you is
Hmm.
what was or has been the most difficult or stressful part of your life?
Of my entire life. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Um, when you get to my age and you are a business, someone who manages a business that's as dynamic as mine. When I say dynamic, I mean there's so much going on always, right? There is stress all the time. And I'm not trying to be evasive in any ways, right? But it's very bit difficult to be expansive or even specific because there are just nightmares that occur every fucking day
Yeah.
of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going through a banking nightmare right now, right? There's um, a lot of regulatory stuff with banks all the time. Is that when COVID happened, right? Nobody was coming to Hong Kong, to China for 37 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So we dramatically switched the way we earned revenue, which was through um, streaming calls and video calls and stuff with clients. So they would have to send us bank transfers, right? So suddenly, for a few years, we weren't getting credit card sales and we weren't getting cash sales, but we're getting bank transfer sales. And then suddenly, the bank queried us, and it's like, what's going on and why do you have all these transfers? And they transfers from individuals, they transfers through intermediaries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And now it's just a nightmare. They want to see statements. It just doesn't make sense. They won't accept a verbal explanation. It's nonsensical. I'm like, you're fucking here in Hong Kong with us. Do you understand
Yeah.
that nobody has come to Hong Kong for 3 years, and you're wondering why we're getting international bank transfers the last 3 years? So that's just a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's a nightmare. How do you produce statements and receipts for bank transfers when they already have it all? The only statements and receipts you can produce is what the bank issues you, right?
Yeah.
I have undertaken two projects recently, and they're continuing projects where two different clubs. One is a football club, and one is a cricket club. Now, a year ago, the both the football club and the cricket club, they're two separate entities, two separate clubs, have nothing to do with each other. They contract me to make blazers for their committee. So for the football club, they purchased 5 blazers first with the promise of 20, which was fine. But they waited 1 year or more to order the next 15. Okay. And with the cricket club, they purchased maybe 15 or 20 blazers. And now they've come back to us with an order for another 15 a year later. However, we are not a manufacturer of fabric, we're a procurer of fabric. And secondly, fabric production is natural. So what's happened a year later for these continued projects, we don't have the same fabric
Yeah.
as we did before. So it's a nightmare. It's an absolute fucking nightmare. It seems like a small thing, but they're big projects. It's an absolute fucking nightmare trying to find something as similar as possible to match the blazers that are already in existence. So these are two problems that suddenly happened coincidentally on 2 consecutive days. It was so ironic. It was just crazy. Maybe it wasn't 2 consecutive days. It was Tuesday. We went to take measurements of the committee members of the football club, and Wednesday we find out there's no fabric. And on Friday we went to take measurements at the cricket club, and on Saturday we find out there's no more fabric. Right. So there are challenges, there are nightmares, there are problems that occur constantly every day, all of different scales. It's very hard to come to you and say, what was the biggest challenge in my life? My parents split when I was 11. I thought that was very, very challenging, and so forth. I mean, we had a couple of miscarriages before we had our second child. We had 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 before our second child came along. That was very, very challenging. So it's very hard to tell you at my age, right, what is the biggest challenge in my life. But what I will tell you is that at my age, with my level of success, there are challenges every fucking day, like stupid challenges, like, just like, oh my goodness, it's stuff that when you become very good at what you do, right, generally the hiccups are not of your own making whatsoever. They're life and the world and other intermediaries conspiring against you, whether it's premeditated or it's just bad luck. So there are challenges every day when you run a business as dynamic as mine. There are challenges every day when you live a life as dynamic as mine. There's so much going on. I'm just not going and burying myself in a hole every day, right? I'm very involved across so many different things amongst the greater Hong Kong community. I'm involved in a lot of organizations. So there's constantly shit that just keeps turning up. And you're just like, oh my goodness, is this the punishment for success? Yes, I guess it is. And it's just stuff that you have to deal with. It stuff that's not of your own making whatsoever. It's just the world, the universe, God conspiring against you.
I suppose that leads me on to sort of a sub question, that is, how have you been able to just push through? What have you done to keep going and keep your spirits up, and no matter what, just keep on pushing through?
Because the view is amazing from the top.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. The view is amazing from the top. I give you a little anecdote, right? So there's so many young people, right, that want to make it big. Okay, let's just talk about videos to be specific. They post video after video after video. They get 1 view. You've been through this. 2 views,
Yeah.
5 views, 10, 50 views, 100 views. They get to 1,000 views, and they're so happy, for example. And then they get a breakthrough video that say it gets 1,000 views, and then they see the comment section full of hate, because that's what people do, right? They hate on people who succeed, and that level of vitriol they've never seen before, and they can't cope, and they go into their shell and they stop producing videos. Okay. In everything that I do, there is so much hate, so much opposition, right? Because people like to shit on success. It's intrinsic human nature, especially in the Western world, especially in the Anglo-Saxon world, to just spew vitriol for some reason. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
And it shell shocks a lot of people, right? What people don't understand is that it's actually nothing to do with what you produced or what you're doing. It's just human nature to bark garbage. I mean, bark really heinous stuff, and you've just got to ignore it, and just keep putting out what you want to put out. Keep doing what you want to do. Have a single-minded belief in all of that, and that vitriol not just in comment sections, but in gossip, in talk about town, and so forth, reaches your close ones. And then your close ones, because they're concerned for you and they don't understand it because they've never experienced themselves what this level of hate is, right? They try to talk you out of doing things and stuff. So you'll find yourself, the more successful you are, the less even your own close-knit circle will, supportive is not the right word, they'll be more concerned for you. You've got to push all of that aside and have a single-minded belief in what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, and keep moving forward. And the more you move forward, the more height you scale. Okay? The easier it is, not actually easy, yeah, the easier it is to move forward even more. The easier it is to grow. The easier it is to make your platform, whether it is living or virtual, stand out from everybody else and grow and grow and grow. My persona has continued to grow. My fame has continued to grow. My business has continued to grow. All my social channels have continued to grow. My involvement, which is all invitational, meaning, organizations that ask me to get involved have invited me. I've not tried to beat down someone's door. That all grows as well, right? Which further expands you, which further subjects you to spotlight, criticism, vitriol, hate. But you just got to push that all aside and keep going and going and going if you want success. One of the things that we talked about when we last spoke was, like, I told you, you have to push through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you. And your demeanor is very different from it was when it was 2.5 months ago. You were so shy. You were so shy talking to me and stuff. So I think you've come leaps and bounds forward, and I'm happy you're all dressed up as well. You look so much better.
Thank you.
And different, and just your entire demeanor, you're so much more comfortable with me. So I'm very, very proud of you. And this is what happens. You work with a star, and you see the response, and you benefit from it. So whoever you're reaching out to, whoever you're pushing, keep knocking on those doors. Never expect the first door to open. Be lucky and happy that the 1,000th door opened. Okay, the fact that the 1,000th door opened that you knocked on, it's not down to your perseverance. It's down to just dumb luck.
It is.
Okay, perseverance is when you bang down 10,000 doors. Okay, and then then doors start opening. Then doors start opening through perseverance. And then when one door opens, and if you milk that properly, like I encourage you to, I said, cut up the videos.
Yeah.
Don't be. Cut up the videos and keep putting them out. Keep putting them out. Keep putting them out. Garner views, garner fans, garner a foundation. Okay, it will propel you forward. And I hope you do that with this video. I hope you're diligent.
I will.
Okay. Because that's the only way that you basically give yourself credence. Okay. You give yourself standing. The more you have in your repertoire, the more you have in your portfolio, the easier it becomes for you to cajole others into engaging with you, which is what you want.
Has having a large following affected your day-to-day life and mental health?
Me? So I don't believe in mental health issues. Okay. All right. I believe if you're not stressed, then you're not successful. Okay. I believe that in this modern era, too many people use the mental health umbrella to cower away from responsibility. It's just an easy out. Okay. I think that if you truly have mental health issues, it's because you've been diagnosed by a professional. All right. I just can't I can't seem to understand how everyone's nowadays, again, primarily in the Anglo-Saxon world, just as, oh my God, I've got mental health issues. I've got mental health issues that I have to deal with. I've got mental health issues that are inhibiting me from so forth. I mean, I have 3 kids to feed in private school. You know what I'm saying? I work 6.5 days a week. I've done so for at least 23 years. You know what I mean? I've got a father to look after. I've got 20 consultants to pay, 50 tailors to pay. Bro, I've got mental health issues, man. I work every single day. I post at least once on every platform every single day. I stream virtually every single day. I work with clients morning, noon, and night every single day. I've had to endure the absolute decimation of my business because of COVID. Nothing to do with me, just to do with my government's silly policy. Okay. I have issues. How do I deal with mental health? By ignoring it. It's always going to be there for anybody. Those who suddenly put up the mental health umbrella don't realize that everybody it has mental health issues. it is human, right? We all have stress. Um, I mean, I feel very little pity for successful sports people. Okay, they get paid diabolically. They get paid diabolical amounts of money. You understand this? I mean, 150,000 pounds, 200,000 pounds, 250,000 pounds, 300,000 pounds, 350,000 pounds a week,
I
a
know.
week, and they complain about mental health issues. You've got to be kidding me! Oh my goodness, it is bullshit when they are so catered to. They're driven, they're fed, they're dressed, they're bathed, they're groomed. Do you understand what I'm saying? They've got nothing to do except for show up. So so because of that, I mean, I have very, very, very little pity for anyone. I have very little time. I have very little consideration for anyone who cowers under the mental health umbrella. Um, I just don't believe in it. If anybody has mental health issues, it's me. But that's not an excuse. And I think I'm very dismissive of it, and boldly so. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the blowback that I would get from something like that, from saying something like that. I mean, just look at my life. Anybody, I lay my life bare on social media. You can see how active I am constantly. Um, but the one thing that you don't see is the problems that I have to deal with. I don't sit and complain and complain and complain because I live in a very blessed situation. You know what I mean? Just I'm super blessed. Um, Everywhere I go, I get recognized and I get said hello to, given love that they love my videos, and I get asked to do a selfie with me and so forth. This happens every day, everywhere I walk, any city that I'm in and stuff. So which further also strengthens the fact that I always say that all the cowards are the ones who type shit
Hmm.
on comment sections or bark garbage on live streams, because I've never gone anywhere in my entire life and have someone yell out to me and say something uh, bad to me or harmful to me or evil to me. I mean, it's just all love. It's all love. It's all love everywhere I go. So I think people, everybody's got to recognize that life is not easy. That you're lucky to live life. You know what I mean? A lot of people live in war-torn regions. A lot of people don't have limbs and fingers, digits, organs, et cetera, et cetera. The fact that you're healthy and you're alive is just an absolute bonus. It's a blessing, and we all have mental health issues. It's not a big deal. Our hair grows, we lose hair, we get older, we grow in height, then we shrink. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. Mental health issues are normal. Everybody experiences them. They are not an excuse. Just like we get the flu, we get mental health issues. Just like we get the cold, we get breakdowns. It's normal. There's nothing to recover from, right? It's how we're wired as humans. You're not special. It's not you're not a victim. It's not something that just happened to you. It happens to everybody, everywhere, every day. Just brush it off and move on.
So, the next question I wrote down was: do you experience a large amount of pressure to create the best stuff or anything that you can? And if so, how does that affect you?
No, I don't experience any pressure whatsoever. Um, I pressure myself sometimes because I need to find time to put the content out. There's so much content on my phone that not all of it will ever come out. People are begging me every day to do videos with them, right? They're just lining up, purchasing product, begging me to do videos. I cannot possibly put out more videos than I'm already putting. I try to only put out one side by side video, which are the most viral videos, right? Which was me breaking down a customer's suit. Any more than that, I'm just diluting my presence, I believe. Um, I think one of my most viral videos, viral type of videos every day is a lot already. I think I'm the most prolific content creator on the planet. I've not found anyone that puts any as much unique content as I do every single day. Nothing is repeated ever. There's no TBT. There's nothing retro. There's nothing from the vault, etc., etc. I put out the most unique content every day and different types of content every day. So you'll get my side by side video, you'll get cricket stuff for my son every couple of weeks during cricket season. You'll get a live stream virtually every day from me. You'll get something with my new brand, Plenty of Consent, that we've just started. Have you heard about this?
I have seen some of the products.
Yeah, so it's my new merchandise brand. I'm wearing a Plenty of Consent sweater right now. I'm actually wearing a Plenty of Consent t-shirt right now. My gift wrap t-shirt. Okay, it says gift wrap there, and there's me. I'm actually wearing my Plenty of Consent underwear as well. It says Plenty of Consent all the way around. Okay. So I've started, even with a successful brand, I've started a new merchandise brand. So I try to put out some Plenty of Consent content, if not every day, then every other day. And then something unique or interesting. You know what I mean? I went out Saturday night, so I didn't really get any great content, worthy content to put out on my feed. I just put a couple of things up on my story. But if you're following me, especially on Instagram, you're getting incredible stuff every single day from me, every single day. And with the amount of content I put out, I still have so much on my phone that just won't come out. I get messages from clients, a day later, a week later, a month later, 2 months later saying, hi, you never put out a video. Is that video ever going to come out? I was like, I don't even know who the fuck they are anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm shooting one video a day, okay, fine. Every day I can put out a video. But if I'm shooting 2 videos a day, sometimes 3 videos a day, sometimes 4 videos a day, sometimes the content's not all going to come out, right?
Yeah.
So am I under pressure? No, I'm not under pressure because I have so much content. The only pressure is time pressure. Hence, I get up at 4 something every day to try and get out that first video every single day. I feel I owe that to my fans. And that's what I do. And I think that's why my fans love me. Because not only is all my content unique, it's just different every single time, right? It's a different person, it's a different suit, they're different style attributes, I say different things, and so forth. They just, I mean, my fans adore it, and it's hilarious. It's off the cuff. It's quick and dirty. Everyone recognizes that. There's no script. It's one and done. But I'm also giving them massive insights into my life. So if anything comes up, if I'm doing something for the government, if I'm doing something for charity, if I'm doing something for the community, if I'm doing something with my kids, if I've gone to a great party, if I work with a celebrity, etc., right? So you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's always going to be different. There's always going to be some big surprise because you'll have a family element, a community element, a party element, a kids element, and so forth. So people keep coming back for more because it is just unique. It's unique, and there's so much of it, and people don't take it for granted. But they're also very comforted that if they miss one day, they know they'll get something the next day as well. So I think that I unlike other creators, people are not hanging on the edge of their seats waiting for something to come out once a week and so forth, right? I'm so reliable. And that's what people love about me, that I'm constantly putting stuff out for my fans. I mean, I'm still going to get clients, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to share what I do, right? I'm still going to live a life. I don't have to share what I do, but I choose to share. I'm not profiting from this. Remember, I live in a zone in an area, China, where I'm unable to profit from any of this. Right? I'm not getting any money from it. This is totally for the fans.
The next question I put up was, what advice would you give to anyone who is considering becoming a tailor, or just overall running a business?
Okay, so let's start with becoming a tailor. Okay, proximity is very important. All right. Don't suddenly leave your life and go to London, Paris, Milan, New York, Hong Kong, Tokyo, etc., etc. Okay, don't suddenly switch majors or apply to fashion school, etc., etc. I don't know where you are in your life right now. I'm talking in general. Anyone who would ask me this question, okay, but very swiftly find the closest tailor, seamstress, alteration specialist, or dry cleaner in your area and go and work for them. That's the first thing that you should do, and see if there's something in this line of business for you. And if the passion is there, okay, then expand on it. So I want to answer this question individually to everybody, but after they follow that advice of mine, go and work for someone. Don't suddenly go to fashion school and then halfway through find out that you're not cut out for this. Sewing and stitching is not fucking easy, man. You know what I'm saying? And even if you just want to become a designer, great, easy. Who the fuck are you going to get to do the work? Because the labor force worldwide is shrinking, all right? The most powerful tailor you can be is one that you can actually tailor everything yourself. If you can do everything yourself, it doesn't matter how good you are or bad you are as a designer. Trust me. If you have those foundational skills, those vocational skills, you will succeed. But see if that's appealing uh, for you. All right. And the only way to find out is go and work for the closest tailor, seamstress, alteration specialist, dry cleaner in order. I mean, you might not be able to find a tailor, seamstress, alteration specialist. You'll find a dry cleaner. Go and work for them first. Start handling clothes. Start understanding the dynamics of clothes. Okay, and then work your way up. So that's the best advice. And I won't build on that yet until someone's actually done those four things, one of those four things.
Do you mean that if someone has done that, should they reach out to you, ask for more advice
Yes.
or anything like that, and you'll give them the personal advice?
100%. Or reach out to you. Okay, gather a pool of people who've actually done this. Okay, gather a pool of people who've actually done this. All right, and then we can do another show and bring them on. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a cracking show. That would be a cracking show.
I reckon it would be.
Yeah.
Um,
And it would
and
be, and no one has ever done that before.
and the second part of the question was advice for people who are considering running a business just altogether.
Don't, don't, because unless you can work extremely hard, you're better off going to work for the civil service then, or getting an office job. If you believe in weekends and holidays and all that stuff, right? And those are paramount to you, okay? If work-life balance is paramount to you, then you cannot run a business. It's impossible. Okay. To be an entrepreneur, to run a business, to start a business, you have to work, 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 work. Okay. Squeeze everything out of you and squeeze more. Squeeze something that gives you work-life balance. Okay. You will find work-life balance because that is intrinsic to human nature. It's intrinsic to humanity. Okay. But if that is paramount to you, right? If days off and holidays and what can the shit like that is important to you, then you're not going to make it as an entrepreneur. It's just not going to happen because you cannot switch off if it's your own business. You just cannot switch off. Did I ever tell you that I'm a big Star Trek fan and
No,
that I designed my sweaters to look like Star Trek sweaters?
it did seem a little bit familiar of a design.
Yeah.
I get it now.
I've got my famous hanger, and that says "Plenty of Consent."
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
So the next one on the list, which I've been saying every single time, is do you find it difficult to keep up with internet culture to effectively tailor your content to newer audiences or retain viewership?
Okay, I don't watch anything on the internet. Okay, I'm just a serial poster. All right, I don't know what anybody else is doing. Ignorance is bliss. I use the internet, I use social media platforms just to put out what I want to put out, and that's pretty much it. I don't use these platforms to just bark my emotions, spew vitriol, make commentary on anything. No, far from it. Okay, I just put out what's going on in my life, and that's pretty much it. And I try to keep it as positive as possible. I don't try to attack anyone, and I definitely don't follow anyone to learn from someone. I don't follow anyone to copy someone. I don't believe in trends. I don't know what the fuck is going on out there. Most of what's going on out there is crazy shit, bro. I only watch BBC or CNN to catch up with the world's news. All right. And then I watch a bit of Netflix every night, right? I usually like dark dystopian stuff. I'm not into period stuff. I'm not into comedy whatsoever. I'm not into sitcoms. I'm not into fluff. I'm not into reality TV. Nothing at all. I just want to, watch something about terrorism or a murder mystery or something. I'm not into comedy. I don't want to laugh. I'm already laughing all day, every day. So no, I don't borrow anything from anywhere. I don't want to be influenced by anything. I just want to know what's going on in the world, and that's pretty much it. I don't watch trendy shows and so forth. If they fluff and farcical, I don't know who the fuck is who. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything. I'm not interested. You know what I mean? I'm just not interested in stuff. I'd rather spend my time with my clients. I'd rather spend my time putting out my own real life content, which is all quick and dirty, off the cuff, unedited, one and done stuff. and I'd rather spend time with my children and on myself. I'm really dialed in, and that makes me very alluring to people because I'm very unaffected of what's going on out there. And people come to me because I'm very real and I'm just always me. By the way, here is my famous hanger.
The one
Like,
and only. The one for the young boys.
if you were here right now and you purchased a suit from me, you would get the hanger treatment because you're only 17.
Yeah. The holy hanger.
The whole
Next question was, this also links back to another question that we'd asked previously, was has working so hard taken a toll on yourself?
Most definitely, I'm losing all my fucking hair, and that's definitely got to do with work because I'm so stressed all the time. Um, I it's very hard to get more workouts in and try and stay in great shape, especially my age. It's very hard to eat healthy all the time because you work so hard, you crave shit, and so forth. It's very hard to sleep more because there's just not enough hours in the day to get work done, and so forth. And work-life balance is balancing everything out, and that stuff is hard. And mental health is hard. Everybody has mental health issues, and so forth. And that's why I say don't become an entrepreneur if you're not willing to sacrifice, right? But the upside is great. There is wealth, there's fame, and it's not just individual wealth and individual fame. I get much more pleasure with my children being recognized at school, okay, or on the street or at parties. I get much more pleasure from being able to have insane vacations. I don't know if you watch my vacation videos, right? I don't
Yeah.
vacation much, but vacation, my fucking hotels and the shit that I do, they're sweet, right? And that is all fruits of my labor, right? So there are benefits to it. So you know what I mean? Like working as hard as I do, it really does wear you out. But then I signed up for this, right? It's my responsibility. I want to be successful. There's financial success, there's success on the fame side, there's legacy, there's heritage. I want it all, right? I want it all. Is that my motivation? No. My motivation is to live my best life. Is my best living my best life popping bottles of Cristal and partying on super yachts? No, I'm not into that fucking shit. I mean, I just like I don't get these levels of alcohol consumption and wasting money on sick bottles of alcohol. Like, what's the point? Like people they're dying and starving, and you're spending like £100 or £200 on a bottle of alcohol. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like I just don't get it, right? I don't get it. It's not for me. But people tell me to counter that why do you go to a hotel room like when you travel and stay in the sickest hotel ever? And it's like, well, that's all for fucking me, right? People like it's just a bet. I was like, no, it's not just a fucking bet. I work like a motherfucker 6.5 days a week. I work on Christmas Day, I work on New Year's Day, I work on my birthday, right? I work Easter weekend, I work on Boxing Day, etc., 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 right? When I go on vacation, I'm walking the whole day and exploring a city or wherever I am and taking care of my children. When I come back, I need a place that reflects my home. You know what I mean? Like palatial, majestic, luxurious and stuff. And I've tried, to go and stay in a shitty hotel room and a good hotel, but like a small room. And like, I suddenly feel like I'm in a box. I was like, I've just been out all day exploring. I can't come home into this box and stuff. I need expanse. When I go to my living room at the end of the day, I have this gigantic living room and a big flat screen TV and a fucking long sofa that I can lie back on and stuff, right? I need time to wind down. So I need a situation like that. And I work hard to live that sort of lifestyle, but I don't work hard to blow money on alcohol, right?
Yeah.
And especially psychotically expensive bottles of alcohol. When I fly, I don't fly first class or business class because what's the difference? You're going to get wherever you're going anyways, right? Right? Which is a lot different from unwinding and sleeping. Okay. Uh, uh, right? You can bear a few more hours in an economy class seat. Okay. I don't want to bear days in an economy class hotel. And that's me. And that's the way that I look at things. And that's the way that I'm shaped as well. And I want to create amazing memories for me and my children. And we do so by staying in iconic places. If you don't work, people will forget about you very fast.
Yeah.
Basically it. You know what I mean? And so forth. look, we can all forget about Tom Cruise, right? But he'll resurface every couple of years, okay, with a mega movie and make 70 million US. So he can afford to disappear from our memory for 2 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
resurface every and collect his 70 million US. Bro, I got to resurface every fucking day to hopefully make $7 US or $70 US. Fingers crossed, 700 US. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Pandemic fucked me in every way, and we've not bounced back.
Next question was, what have been the benefits of doing what you do aside from the money, of course?
The benefits are fucking massive. Now, when you say doing what I do, you're talking about the videos.
Just everything, the videos, the suits, the tailoring, just everything that you do altogether.
You have to understand that I already came into a very famous business that was very successful, right? I did not start this business. My grandfather started this business in 1957, right? So when I joined the business, it was already 43 years old. Okay. So with being me and doing what I've done, I have kept the business world famous like it was before.
Yeah.
Okay. I've taken it from 43 years to 50 years, from 50 years to 60 years, from 60 years to 65 years. All right. So it's 66 years old now. And we have reached an audience now, thanks to me, that we would never have received before. Because our audience before, we were famous for suits. Okay. So people knew about us because we were famous for suits. People knew about us because we were famous for working with celebrities. But now people know about us because we're just fucking social media famous. People have
Yeah.
seen us everywhere and stuff. But now people everywhere know about me. You know what I mean? Everywhere. So forget my words, right? Let's give a plethora of examples. One, you surely have seen this. There's like 1 million videos out there on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat of people doing impersonations of me. Have you seen
Yeah,
these?
absolutely.
It's crazy, right? I mean, if that is not success, if that is not reach, then what is it? It's not one video, it's not two videos. It's, gosh, I don't know. I don't even know how many. And it wasn't just a phase. They started happening at the start of this year. I mean, they're still happening till today. They were still
Yeah.
happening till yesterday. Right? Um, Second thing is, you know, the fact that I am just recognized everywhere, right? It demonstrates the success. You followed me on my Japan trip. I mean, I wasn't in Hong Kong. I was in fucking Japan, bro.
Yeah.
You know, every day, all day, every day, people came up to me and recognized me and stuff and asked me for photos and stuff. Started off by saying that, I've made us worldwide famous, right? Worldwide famous and stuff. Okay. Second thing is, and I wanted to justify that fame and the fame justification is beyond the success of taking my business from 43 years to 63 years, right? Everybody's doing parody videos of me. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not kids doing parody videos. People are playing Sam's Taylor like they were playing Pictionary. I mean, people in New York and American cities and British cities and European cities gather on a Friday night, Saturday night, instead of playing fucking charades, they'll play Sam's Taylor. Who can do the best Sam's Taylor impersonation? You know what I mean? That's crazy. I've become a household game. Yeah, it's wild, right? Um, when there was this point this year, both at the start of this year and both at the start of the school year and both at the start of this year, of the calendar year, that my children would tell me they'd walk around school and people would be playing Sam's Taylor, where someone would be pretending to be Roshan, someone would be pretending to be the client, someone would be recording the video and stuff. I mean, it's insane. It's like a school game at break time.
Yeah.
Moving on to Japan, right? Getting off the plane in immigration and being recognized, waiting for my baggage and being recognized, checking into my hotel and being recognized, going anywhere and everywhere in Japan and being recognized, fans showing up at my hotel every single day, right? For meets and greets. They're not pre-planned or anything. They just show up. They found out where the fuck I was staying because of my social media posts and so forth, and then bring me gifts. Fans coming to the shop every day and bring me gifts, and now some people buying merchandise even, right? Since we've started Plenty of Consent. My kids being recognized everywhere, and so forth. I went to gosh, I went to this big rugby tournament in March, and there were like 30,000 people there. And wherever I walked in the stadium, people were taking photos and videos with me. It was crazy, like at least 100 people. Then I went to soccer tournament in May, and there was only say like 3,000 people maybe there, but again, everybody recognized me as I walked around the stadium. You know, taking photos and videos with me. When I went to the races on Wednesday night, it was the first time because my children weren't allowed it. So it was the first time that I went for a walkabout and I was in the public stands just to check it out. And then 50 to 100 people recognizing me, and then, you know, scores of them taking photos and videos with me and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know where to stop answering the question, right? Because I could just go on and on and on, right? Besides the money that I've made. And remember, I think I've made the least money. I've lost the most money.
Yeah.
And made the least money during this period. You know what I mean? I've lost the most money. COVID has everything to do with that, right? And I don't know if I would have exploded the way I did if it wasn't for COVID, because everyone was just sitting at home in the Western world watching videos, right? So I don't know if I'd exploded with COVID, but all I know is that before COVID, I was very, very successful. But after COVID, I'm nowhere near as successful as I was before financially, but I am globally fucking famous. And I love it. I think it's great. It's a blessing. It's a reward for my constant and hard work, and it's a reward for my quick pivot. I went, you know, after a month into lockdown, I went to start streaming. I mean, I didn't even know what the fuck streaming was, but I started doing it. And a lot of people watched me at that time.
Oh.
Few people watch my streams now, both live and after the fact. But before, during, and after, everybody's watching my streams. It was crazy numbers. It was crazy numbers. So you know, the benefit, the success, the reward has just been massive. I can't even explain to you how incredible things have been. And long may it continue, because I need that, right? I work very hard. I've got a family to feed. And this is not an appeal to anybody, right? If you choose to shop with me, you'll be rewarded, right? You'll be looked after. You get a great product at a great price, and a sensational once-in-a-lifetime experience. But, you know, I need it to continue. And that's not a plea or an appeal. It's something that I will make happen. Right? Once you taste success, whether it's financial or fame, you want it again and again and again. And that's pretty much it. Will I make shit up? Like, would I create fake content or scripted content to get there? No, because it's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm just not that type of guy and stuff. I can't do that shit. I'm just not built that way, right? I like raw. I like everything raw and stuff, which is strange because I don't like reality TV. I want scripted television there is, right? Because I'm living that reality TV raw sort of lifestyle and stuff. So watching it doesn't appeal to me at all, because I don't even believe it's real. I just believe it's pretend reality. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing as real as me out there. I've not seen or experienced anything that is real as I am, and I think people like that. And the thing is that because there's so much of me, I you know, it is great to have people waiting in anticipation, right? But it's also great that people could just, you know, drop in any time and see what's up. Do you know what I'm saying? Or binge after the fact. So it's good. It's good. I think I'm in the right place. And, you know, I want to do more content and I want to do different content, but I can't go manufacture that opportunity because I've got to work for a living, right? I'm not getting paid for content creation. It's not financially benefiting me. So I've still got to run my business. I've still got to be a great dad. And so forth. But I hope that people reach out to me with interesting ideas. I'm game to shoot interesting content with people, as long as it works in my schedule.
The next question on my list, if I haven't said that before every question, is how does it make you feel? Like how do you feel doing what you do? Like how does it make you feel inside? You know, when you create a suit, create a video, anything like that, or tailor. How does that make you feel, and why do you feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing, but not amazing like a drug that I wanted more and more. It's not addictive, right? But I feel great. I mean, the thing is, you've got to understand, right? I have an amazing job where I work with people. Okay, human interaction is the core, thank you, value set of humanity. Okay, humans like to interact, right? That's why introverts, hermits, they are in the minority. Okay, why do people go out and fucking drink or do coke or something, right? Because they want to lose inhibitions, right? I don't need to do that, right? They want to lose the inhibitions so they can interact, okay? Because they find it difficult to interact and stuff. That's the only reason I can imagine why people get fucked up and stuff. So for me, I love what I do because I, one, get to work with people, real life people. Two, I get to work with at least one new person a day. Jesus, that I've never ever met before in my fucking life. I get to interact with a new person. Hence, I never want to go out and have a drink and meet people in a bar because I've spent the whole fucking day working with some new people and stuff and having conversation. Three, I love having conversation. Um, and I get to talk to people all day, every day. Four, I love myself, right? And I get people every day asking me questions about me. Okay, like it's my favorite topic to talk about me.
Yeah.
Um, Five, I get to be creative. I think most people like to be creative in their own way. Like you could have different hobbies. You could like gardening, and gardening. I can't garden, but I think it's fantastic. You can be very creative. You people like origami. People like to draw. People like to sing. They like to write music and stuff. It's all creativity, right? Even if you are making a toy train, the train set. People like train sets. People like making ships in a bottle. You name it, right? It's all creativity, right? You like to stream, but streaming is about you. You're talking, you know what I mean? And you're happy because you have an audience. Whether your audience is 4 people or 40, you are happy. It makes you happy and stuff. So I get to talk to people every day, and that makes me happy. And I get to create works of art. Listen, you can hate me and so forth, but I mean, if you put the mute button on and actually look at the suits that I make, they're fucking beautiful. Okay, no one's coming to me because I'm talking a lot. Okay, no one's coming to me because they stand to star, chance to star in a video with me. I have been very successful for the 20 previous years before COVID hit, where I was making beautiful suits for people, beautiful suits, beautiful suits, beautiful suits, beautiful suits for people, and so forth. So, I mean, it is phenomenal to make people happy because the beautiful suit that you make that person, they are so fucking happy, bro. They're so happy. You can't get my suits anywhere else. You just cannot. You just cannot get my suits anywhere else. They're made just for you. You help in the design process. We ask you all these questions and we build the suit based on your answers. It's totally for you. Everything we make is unique. Not one suit resembles the other. Every suit is completely unique because there's too many permutations and combinations that go into building each suit because they're for every individual. You know, another upside is the amount of celebrities that I work with. Of course, slowed down during COVID because nobody was coming to Hong Kong. But pre-COVID, I worked with so many celebrities, and post-COVID, we've started to drip feedback. So I work with Chef Bobby Chin, who is a worldwide famous TV chef. I worked with Michael Vaughan, the former cricket captain of England. He's come to Hong Kong. I've worked with John Beresford, who used to play for Newcastle, Keith Gillespie, who used to play for Manchester United, Newcastle, Northern Ireland, Blackburn, Sheffield United, Leicester. My father just worked with former Philippines President Gloria Arroyo. I got invited to the King's coronation here in Hong Kong. You know what I'm saying? Because of my work, I got invited to the American ambassador to Hong Kong, the 4th of July party that he threw. I got invited to the fucking India Republic Day reception, the Indian Independence Day reception, and stuff. And the list goes on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of perks, and they all stem from the work that I do, right? Nothing stems from outside of the work that I do.
Next one is, what is your greatest fear in life?
Death. I don't want to die. That's the only thing I'm scared of. And disease. I don't want to get cancer and stuff. So very simple question.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. I love life, right? I don't know what the fuck will happen after I'm gone. Does that make me a coward? I don't know. If you want to brand me a coward for that, go ahead and do so. I'm scared of dying. Very, very, very scared. I'm very scared of being stricken by disease and then dying from that disease and stuff. Other than that, I'm not scared to fight. I'm not scared to do anything. I'm not scared to jump. I'm not scared to swim. I love roller coasters and so forth. But no, I love life so much I'm scared to die. You know what I mean? This is heaven. This is heaven right here. And I don't want to leave it. And you know, I've always been scared of death.
The next question is, if there was one thing you could change about the world, what would it be and why?
Okay, so one thing. It's very, very tough to answer. I'm going to give it a go. Okay, I'm not going to I'm not going to shirk away from it. I think that, and I'm not a leftist. In fact, my views lie very much to the right, extreme right. Okay, I believe in I believe in hard work. I believe in small government and hard work. I don't believe in welfare and so forth unless you are physically or even mentally disabled, cannot live your life. Okay, then you should be helped, and you should be helped by the state and stuff. But poverty is something that I would like to change. I think it is insane with the amount of excess that we see from people all over the world. Like I talked, I mean, super yachts, first class tickets, private jets, bottles of alcohol that cost £100, £200, £1,000, whilst people are starving in the world. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So I would like to change poverty. And you asked me for one thing. Of course, there are many things, but that's the one thing. Poverty has to change. People cannot be starving everywhere. And the thing is that, yes, the world is doing a lot to deliver food to places, but the governments that are receiving the food are stopping it and not distributing to the right people. And that's what I see as the biggest failings of the big boys of the world, like the United States, like the United Kingdom, like France, like Germany, and the failing of the UN.
Now we go on to the questions from the chat.
So go for it.
So the
All of
the first question from the chat is, what is your favorite movie?
Okay, Minority Report is my favorite English film. It stars Tom Cruise. Okay, I think the whole premise of the movie is very silly, but I'm very drawn into the movie because it was way ahead of its time with the tech. So if you watch the movie now, you may say, big deal, right? But if you watch the movie when it first came out, or if you try to imagine how life actually was 10 years ago, 15 years ago when the film came out, it's Tom Cruise. Have you seen Minority Report?
I haven't. I actually haven't heard of it.
Very much ahead of its time, right? With the way the tech is. We have a lot of that tech now, okay? And it embodies everything, and it embodies a dystopian future. Amazing tech that came to reality. It tackles a huge subject, which is murder. It tackles the law, but it also shows strife. It shows a father. It shows death of a family, etc., etc. It encompasses everything that I love. Okay, so that's my favorite English film. My favorite Indian film, my favorite film all time, is probably an Indian film called Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. It stars Shah Rukh Khan, Rani Mukherjee, Preeti Zinta, and Abhishek Bachchan, and Amitabh Bachchan as well. And I encourage everybody to watch that film because watch it with subtitles. You can get it on Netflix or Amazon. Because it's just a fucking great movie about life, love, which is my favorite thing, about life and love, and it shows every type of human emotion that there is. So it's my big recommendation. I'm not going to tell the story of this movie though.
The next question, and they did put in brackets, probs cannot ask that, but they said, and by all means you do not need to answer this question, is have you had any experiences with illicit substances?
Me? No. I've tried alcohol. Other than that, that's it.
The last question, altogether, which was, have you had any suits that you wish you could keep for yourself?
No. Definitely not, because I'm not creating for myself. Remember that. And that's a great question. I'm not creating the suit for myself. I'm creating the suit for my client. So the suit is all about my client. I think amazing suits, you can do everything in life. Okay. I wouldn't have the space for it, and I wouldn't have the need for them, and so forth. My suits that I create for myself are for me, but they also serve a purpose. They're not all about my character personality. I can't wear a clown fucking suit to work every day. I can't wear a cocktail suit to work every day. I can't wear a crazy suit to work every day. I can't wear an extravagant suit to work every day, etc., etc. My suits that I make for myself need to suit my purpose, which is to just reflect my professionalism to my clients and not have my character explode all over them. So I don't have any suits modeled in my character anymore. They're just very, very, very classy suits. I don't want any of my clients' suits because my clients' suits are built for them. They're not built for me. You can admire everything in life. You can admire art. You may not, I don't even have the space to put art in my living room. Of course, if you gave me the Mona Lisa or something like that, I'll fucking find a space, right? But I admire a lot of art. I'm just not going to buy it. I don't have the space. Okay, I'd rather adorn my walls with stuff that's even more important to me. I admire so many women out there. I can't have them. You know what I'm saying? Right? You've got to draw limits for yourself, right? There are boundaries out there. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole. and so forth. So no, I mean, I'm looking at one particular suit now, which is just gorgeous, that I designed for a client of mine in South Carolina. In a second, let me grab it.
Getting to
This
see
suit
the
is
suit here.
suit is beautiful. Okay, wonder if you can see it. Try and hang it up here. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, we can see it.
So I think the color is just absolutely stunning. All right. And the texture of it is it's a bird's eye. You know, it's like a gold, right? It's gorgeous. I love the dot 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 hand needle and thread pick stitching. I love my signature pockets, the slanted pockets, the kissing ticket pocket. Um, the undersized pocket flaps are fully lined pockets. I like the fact that it's got a Tarzan cuff, bang, bang, pow, kapoom, the largest button. The last button being the larger button, primary button, secondary button, accent color down here, elongated buttonhole, glorious lining, everything. I love the suit. Can I wear it very, very often? I don't know. I don't think so. Of course, I can wear it. I can wear it every fucking day. I own the business, right? Or not I own the business. My father owns a business, right? Um, but is is it reflective of my personality? Very much so. Do I want it for myself? Yes. Will I make it for myself? Will I keep it for myself? No. I need stuff that is more wearable and usable every day. I also need stuff that is continues to expand my wardrobe in different directions. That will, because I doesn't have a suit like that. But no, it doesn't have a place in my wardrobe yet. There are other things that I need in my wardrobe that are more conservative. For example, say a very dark green suit. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I still don't have one of those. So no, I don't really create things for people and say that I want it for myself. Now, let me show you something else that I love that I just finished yesterday. Finished this guy yesterday. It is a beauty. It is a velvet tuxedo jacket. Satin lapels, pick stitch satin lapels. I've pierced the satin gauntlet cuffs. It has the works raw mother of pearl buttons. Again, I can go on and on and on. Most of the stuff you can see in my videos.
Yeah.
But how much will I get out of it? I already had so many I have a velvet jacket. I have a bunch of tuxedos. I have a bunch of black suits and stuff, right? So do I love it? Yes. Do I want it? No. I don't have a void in my wardrobe for that. I'm not into excess. I'm not into overconsumption and stuff. That's just not me. I'm into stuff that I need. And that's pretty much it. Do I have a problem with wearing the same pair of jeans every Sunday? No, not at all. Well, I wouldn't. Do I have a problem with wearing the same beautiful black jeans, my most expensive jeans, to every party that I go to? I'm going to fucking keep wearing that motherfucker, get as much use out of it until I stumble across something even better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just not built that way, right? I've never really built a suit and said, "Oh, I want this for myself."
The question that was put in the chat is, did you ever have any issues with bullying in your younger years, and how did you deal with it? Also, what would you say to someone experiencing that?
Okay, so I was bullied a lot, right? You've got to bully back, and stuff, and so I only started to bully back once I got older, right? So forget about me, but my best advice for you is to bully back. I have told all three of my children when they've entered school, I was like, if anyone fucks with you, anyone hits you, anyone bullies you, fucking hit them, slap them straight away. I'll deal with the consequences, right? The way to counter a bully is to smack them back ASAP, all right? And that's pretty much it. I don't think you can kill them if you hit them. I don't think you can maim them or injure them. I tell my kids, don't hit the eye because, you know what I mean? Then we'll be in fucking trouble. But slap their face, punch them hard in their tummy or something, or generally up here, because you won't kill them or hurt any organs and stuff. But as soon as you get bullied, bully back and bully back fast. And if you can't win the bullying, then go to the teacher and tell on them and get them fucking expelled and destroy their life. Because we're not paying these ridiculous school fees to have our kids bullied in school. And even if you go to a government funded school and stuff, you're not going to school to be bullied. It has no place. Anyway, as soon as anyone bullies me, even here in this stage of my life, I was at my club a few weeks ago and someone said some shit to me, and I went straight up to their fucking face, and my son was there. I went straight to their face to face, told them, "What the fuck are you gonna do to me? I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do to me?" I was the races the other day, and someone yelled out "shit suits." I turned around, I gave him the finger, and said, "Bro, you're a fucking beggar." You know what I mean? And you're yelling out to me and stuff. You mean don't take anything, bully back straight away. All you can do is get beaten, right? You'd rather hurt physically than hurt emotionally. Emotional pain is the worst pain there is. Physical pain you will get over. Take a couple of fucking Panadols, ibuprofens, you'll be fine. Okay? The worst is emotional pain. Never let a bully win. Bully the bully back. Okay?
Yeah.
And then even if there's a stalemate or you lose, the next day go and smack the bully. Beat the bully again. Keep bullying the bully. No matter how much you physically hurt, keep bullying the bully till the bully is the one who's being bullied. Be the bully back.
Someone has just hastily put another question in, which is just, what's your favorite color?
Yellow. It's bright and it's attractive. Wear yellow if you want eyes on you. Trust me, you wear yellow, everybody will be looking at you.
Thank you so much for
See
coming
you.
on. It's been great.
Take care, buddy.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm glad that I've been able to do this. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, click the link tree attached to my profile. Check out all of my links. Go follow Sams Taylor on all of his social medias as well. And thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.